Welcome to Tate Talk. I'm your host, Professor Tate, and today I'm going to be discussing an offensive tackle from Alabama known as Kadyn Proctor. Now, Kadyn Proctor is one of the top 3 offensive tackles coming out in this 2026 draft, the other 2 being the 2 tackles from Utah. Now, what makes Proctor special is his size and his mobility. Now, it's very rare to see an offensive lineman who's 6'7" and 369 pounds and can move the way he does. And today I'm going to be discussing some of those attributes and why I believe he is a top 3 tackle going into the 2026 draft. Now, I have a list of different qualities that really exemplify Proctor and show the story of how he's a good offensive tackle. Not just a good one, an elite one. He has elite strength. In my first clip down below, he pushes this 3-tech into the nose tackle, allowing a lane for a running back to run in for a touchdown. Next clip, it shows his elite hand strength and his elite strength. He takes on Jalen Walker and the defensive end with both of his hands, one hand each for each player, mind you, and it gives Milroe just enough time to find a guy downfield and make the big play. If Proctor didn't put his hands on both of those guys at that exact time and used a combination of these 2 attributes, Milroe would have gotten sacked and they would have taken a big gain. Now, Kadyn Proctor has very good quickness out of his stance, and he engages first with the defensive line. Since he's a big boy, 6'7", 369 pounds, it's tougher for him to get a low pad level. He's not going to get the low pad level than the guy next to him because of his size. So he demonstrates very good knee bend and flexibility paired with balance to combat that. Some people would say he's like a dancing bear. I've seen that term all throughout the internet when it comes to Kadyn Proctor. Now, once Proctor engages with the defender, he uses his very good hand placement and elite hand strength to control and steer the defensive line, creating lanes for his running back or creating a pocket for his quarterback. My next clip down below is a very good example of his knee bend, flexibility, anchor, and balance, which I all give very good grades, borderlining elite. Now, due to his size, like I spoke about earlier, it's harder for him to get a low pad level. Now, in this clip, he demonstrates his good anchor, and it was very good anchor, and he's not getting pushed around easily. I think he's pushed back 1 step, but in that entire process, all of his weight is in his lower body, and he's completely controlling the guy. He's like an anchor, all right, in the ground, not being moved. Now, I've discussed almost everything on this board except for his very good foot quickness, and these 2 clips down below demonstrate and prove my point. He is using his feet to mirror the defensive lineman, and paired with everything else that I just talked about, completely overpowers them and controls them. In the second one, it shows his speed out in space, and he keeps controlling the guy as he's moving. I mean, this dude is 6'7", 369 pounds, and the way he can move and block is insane. Now, I have some notes that I'd like to go over that really couldn't fit under some of these umbrellas. Now, versus Tennessee, he really demonstrated his very good reaction time. So, with the assignment, he thought he was blocking the edge rusher, and the interior guy was blocking the defensive lineman. Well, what happened was the D-line and the edge, they swap. So, Proctor's facing the defensive end, interior versus the edge. Well, Proctor uses his very good reaction time to instantly diagnose what is going on and takes over the defensive end and just completely locks him out. I have another one that is a good example of his long arms. He's sitting like this, and the guy he can't reach him. He's 6'7", 369 pounds with these long arms. Like, this dude is the type of tackle that you want on your team. Now, I have a couple examples of pull blocks down below as well. He's got good acceleration and good speed to get out in open space and create that block for his running back or wide receiver. Last one, versus Tennessee. He completely wraps up the interior defensive lineman, leading to a Milroe 3 to 5 yard gain. Now, this guy is somebody who you want on your team. I don't know how much more I have to say it. As you can tell, I am really high on Kadyn Proctor. I think with another stellar season under his belt, he will propel himself in a top 5, top 10 pick category going into the 2026 draft.